Welcome back to part 2 of segment 2 from the Beggar to Investors series regarding funding. And I just want to apologize if my giggling towards the end of the last of part 1 kind of threw you off guard. I was just being slightly entertained by how Wisdom was trying to navigate the challenges he was having with his garage. And so, welcome to motherhood. This is real life. Now you understand why I like to record in the wee hours of the morning in a closet with music at full blast. But all is well. The man-child is settled. He's having a snack. We've had a conversation and spent some time together, and he's allowing me now to record. And so I'm going to start by reiterating a few of the things that I said before I ended the last segment or the last part or the end of the first part. You know what I mean. And continue on to the end. So if I were to describe how this business operates, my impression was it's like an investment opportunity meets a network marketing company in a video game format. Intriguing, right? It seems that way because in a video game, you hit different levels of proficiency, which allow you to access more power, or different paths, or whatever. Once you've opened up all the levels, you can play on any level. Mind you, the video game experience I'm comparing this to is Super Mario Brothers on Nintendo, like the original one back in the 80s. I love that game. I used to play it all the time. I know many things have changed since then, but hitting a new level is generally the name of the game. It's the same thing with this company. There are 12 levels to attain. And just like with a video game, you only need to open up each level once. But you can play or get paid on all levels multiple times once you do. So, how do you level up? Simply enroll 3 people. You're only given 3 spaces to initially fill, perhaps to not overwhelm.
I'm done. I'm done with it.
Okay. The next step is to have at least one of those 3 people enroll 3 people, and so on, until you have reached level 12. In its simplest form, the plan looks like this. You okay? Okay. Okay. Repeat 3 times. You enroll ABC. A enrolls DEF, D enrolls GHI, G enrolls JKL, J enrolls MNO, M enrolls PQR, P enrolls STU, S enrolls VWX, V enrolls YZAA, Y enrolls BBCC and DD, BB enrolls EEFF and GG, EE enrolls HHII and JJ. The end, right? Well, not quite. Remember how I said you only need to open up all the levels once? Well, there's a cost to open up each of these levels. In a video game, you have to complete the level. In this company, you have to pay to advance. Thankfully, it is generally the cost of the commission you earned on the level you're leaving. So that looks something like this. Your initial enrollment opens up level 1. The commission for A and B opens up level 2. The commission for D and E opens up level 3. The commission for G and H opens up level 4. The commission for J and K opens up level 5. The commission for M and N opens up level 6. The commission for P and Q opens up level 7. The commission for S and T opens up level 8. The commission for V and W opens up level 9. The commission for Y and Z opens up level 10. The commission for BB and CC opens up level 11. And the commission for EE and FF opens up level 12. Well, the importance of getting to level 12 is magnified by this chart when you realize you don't really get to keep any of the commission you earn until you open up all of the levels. Of course, you can pay to open up the other levels, but you can't enroll people under those levels until you've helped others achieve them. This information answers one of the questions I ask. So question number 6 is, how does the company earn their money to pay out the commission? Well, they collect the upgrade fees. Hopefully, I haven't confused you by saying you don't really get to keep any commission until you open up all the levels. You're probably curious about the commission from the 3rd level in the initial set of 3. Remember how I said simply enroll 3 people? Because initially, there are only 3 spaces on each level you can get paid on. Well, the commission from that 3rd person or that 3rd letter pays for what is called a re-entry fee. It essentially reopens the level so you can enroll a 4th, 5th, and 6th person and get paid to do so. This is how you get to play or get paid on any level. For every 3rd person you enroll, a re-entry fee is paid. This is not a one-time fee like opening up a level. So for enrollments number 3, 6, and 9, and so forth, that re-entry fee actually gets paid to the person who enrolled you. Now, let's look at another example using names. Say you have 14 friends: Anthony, Bernice, Curtis, Danielle, Edgar, Francine, George, Heather, Ignatius, Jacqueline, Kyle, Lucy, Mark, and Natalie. Many people would want to enroll all of them on level 1, but there's a catch. Danielle, Francine, and Kyle are all very ambitious. They will reach level 12 before you do. If they hit level 12 before you do, you'll miss out on any commission you can earn from them. Yikes! We don't want that to happen. So to get to level 12 immediately, you can stack them beneath one another like this. You enroll Anthony, Bernice, and Curtis. Curtis enrolls Danielle plus 2 of his own. Danielle enrolls Edgar plus 2 of her own. Edgar enrolls Francine plus 2 of his own. Francine enrolls George plus 2 of her own. George enrolls Heather plus 2 of his own. Heather enrolls Ignatius plus 2 of her own. Ignatius enrolls Jacqueline plus 2 of his own. Jacqueline enrolls Kyle plus 2 of her own. Kyle enrolls Lucy plus 2 of his own. Lucy enrolls Mark plus 2 of her own. And Mark enrolls Natalie plus 2 of his own. And here's yet another example similar to this, the last one I just mentioned, but with a little bit of a twist. Because you can also have 36 friends and just stack them under each other like this. You enroll Anthony, Bernice, and Curtis. Curtis enrolls Danielle, Edgar, and Francine. Francine enrolls George, Heather, and Ignatius. Ignatius enrolls Jacqueline, Kyle, and Lucy. Lucy enrolls Mark, Natalie, and Oscar, and so forth and so on. The overall point is level up. Get to level 12 as quickly as you can, then do it again and again and again and again, because that's when the commission is yours to pocket. Now, this would be the main objective with everyone I enroll. Obviously, some folks I enroll will have an advantage. Going back to the example, Beatrice and George have a greater advantage having enrolled earlier than Kyle and Nancy. Kyle is on level 9 for Beatrice, and Natalie is on George's level 6. An idea that came to mind is to put the least ambitious enrollments on top so they can get a taste of success without having to do much work. They'll catch on as they earn money with no effort on their part. Then again, the opposite is a far more wise option. Put your hardest working ones at the top so they can fill the holes beneath you quickly. You just have to make sure you're paying attention so you can purchase your upgrades. But other than that, it's an idea that encourages work smart, not hard. And at this point in my life, I'm all for working smart and not hard. In the end, just keep in mind, for everyone who gets their 3s, you get paid, and so do they. And for every level you attain, the commission paid is double what it was for the previous level. This is per person. That looks something like this. Now, please note that the numbers are for illustration purposes only. If level 1 is $5 per commission per enrollment, then level 2 is $10, and level 3 is $20, and level 4 is $40, and level 5 is $80, and level 6 is $160, and level 7 is $320, and level 8 is $640, and level 9 is, well, $1,280. Yeah, now we're talking. Level 10 is $2,560. Level 11 is $5,120, and level 12 is $10,240. Keep that in mind, because I want you to imagine you're cycling through these levels over and over again. Cycle through level 1 5 times, and that's $25. But cycle through level 12 5 times, that's over $50,000. That's why it's important to get to level 12. I don't intend to get stuck with 5 people on level 1. My plan is to place those 5 in a way that helps me get to level 5 and continue building up from there. Pretty workable plan, right? Simple enough. You know at least 36 ambitious people to get started, so it's a pretty good deal, right? Without even knowing the product or when you get paid, the plan is easy to understand, right? In any network marketing MLM company, the purpose is to enroll people. But did you notice how few people you need to enroll to advance to the next level? You only need to enroll 2 people to advance to the next level. You might not have realized that because everything is set up in 3s. That's the way the company has it set up. That's the way the person who introduced me to it spoke on it. But technically, you only need 2 people to advance. Then you have to help those 2 people help 2 people. This is how I would get started. I would initially work with 2 lines of people per level. That leaves me plenty of room to put people if you consider the following to be true. On level 1, just keeping each level to 2 people, here are the amounts I'd need to fill. On level 1 is 2, on level 4 is 4, on level 3 is 8, on level 6 is 16, on level 5 is 32, on level 6 is 64, on level 7 it's 128, on level 8 is 256, on level 9 it's 512, on level 10 is 1024, on level 11 is 2048, on level 12 is 4096. people. Those are empty spaces to fill. The only way you get to level 12 is by helping people help people. This seems to be the way with any multi-level marketing company, but the truth is this company is different. And it leads me to answer my next question, the next question I ask. How and why is this company different? I'm going to be totally honest with you. I didn't ask or even realize the significance of why this company is so different until recently. And the reason why I'm adding it as a question to ask here is because God revealed it so profoundly. I was studying it so much that I knew there was something missing. I just wasn't clear. Finally, it was revealed in a pretty powerful way. The 4 points I mentioned earlier and we'll discuss later partially answer this question regarding the company and opportunity as a whole. So let me be a little more specific in asking how and why is the compensation plan different. From the videos I've seen where most people would get stuck in this company is by enrolling a bunch of people on level 1 and getting paid multiple times on level 1 and possibly opening up other levels with the commission they earn. The challenge is they cannot earn money on those levels until they have helped enough people helping other people achieve to those levels. My plan is to stack people from the top to the bottom instead of enrolling everyone on level 1 like I showed in the examples beforehand. That means I'll enroll people under someone on my level 3 and higher so I can get paid on that level instead of starting all over at level 1. My point is the objective of this company is to enroll deep where other people are enrolling wide. In the long run, the way I see it is I will enroll no more than 5 people on each level and see how that goes. That way, I only pay 1 re-entry fee for number 3. After that, I'm going to enroll people under others. This could be you. With the same concept, no more than 5 people per level. This will help them earn money. And since I don't care who gets paid and I want to see everyone succeed, I'll have even more success. So let's look at those numbers. If I have people on my first row and do nothing more with that, these are the amount of spaces I have to fill all the way to level 12. So for level 1, it's just 5 spaces, like I said. But for level 2, it quickly jumps up to 25 when you multiply by 5. For level 3, it's 125. For level 4, it's 625. For level 5, it's 3,125 people. Those are empty spaces. For level 6, it's 15,625 spaces. For level 7, it's 78,125 spaces. For level 8, it's 390,625 spaces. Whew, I'm getting dizzy. For level 9, it's 1,953,125 spaces. For level 9, it's 9,765,625 spaces. For level 11, I'm sorry, I got my numbers mixed up at some point. I apologize. Anyway, for level 11, I'm sure we're on 48,828,125 spaces. And then for level 12, you have 244,140,625 spaces to fill. Now go ahead and multiply that number by 10,240, that last number, that 244 million. The answer is a 13-figure number that starts with 2 and a 5 and ends with 11 zeros. I don't even know how to say it. And this is where I get excited because I can help anyone, and I mean anyone, succeed doing things this way. But what if I told you this is only one of 2 levels you can get paid on? This is the first of 2 income streams. It gives you the opportunity to earn from 12 levels of income, but there are another 12 levels set up in a similar fashion you can earn from as well without doing any additional work. So how are you doing so far? Are you curious about the product yet? Perhaps you've even heard of it before. It's cryptocurrency. Actually, that's not entirely true. A more accurate way to explain it is the product is a smart contract and the payout is in cryptocurrency, Ethereum to be exact. See, Ethereum, I'd never heard of it. The smart contract gives you the license to enroll people so they can do the same. The smart contract is built on the Ethereum blockchain, which means it is decentralized. Everything about this smart contract is written in the program and it cannot be changed, it cannot be regulated, and it can only be destroyed by the end of the internet. The company hosting this unique endeavor is called Forsage. Ethereum is known as the number 2 cryptocurrency in the world, second only to Bitcoin. It is bought and sold on the stock market. That is why the entry fee varies. It is based on what the price is at the time you enroll. You're purchasing a small portion of one share when you enroll. It's 0.05 of a share for both levels of income. That's what makes the entry fee affordable. And see, this is why I think people need to learn about investing. This is my exact point in teaching people about investing before teaching people about budgeting, because I didn't know that at any time you can just buy a dollar amount worth of a share. I had no idea. Amazon is at, last time I looked, I don't know what it is at now, but it was at like $2,200 a share. Bitcoin just a few days ago was over 8,000. But if I just have $10 right now, I can put $10 towards purchasing just a portion of one share. I never knew that, and I bet there's a lot of people who don't realize. Now, if you had that, if you started investing in the shares when the stock market dropped, as the stock market is trying to regain its footing, and prices are starting to regain, because Bitcoin, I know, was down at 5,500 about 4 or 5 weeks ago. You would have already earned money on that $10. And so I digress, but I hope I've made my point. Anyway, now there are a few options for what you can do with your payout. You can hold on to that Ethereum and watch the price grow as the stock market regains some footing, or you can cash it out immediately in the US dollars to the account of your choice. Not in the United States? Not a problem. Cryptocurrency can be used by anyone in the world. It can be cashed out in any form of foreign currency. That means you can enroll anyone in the whole entire world as long as they have a smartphone or laptop computer. Earlier, I mentioned the commission doubles based on each level upgrade. That is a reflection of the amount of shares you're able to earn. So for both income streams, the amount of shares you have the potential to earn is as follows. Now, please note, while the actual amount of money you can earn can change, the amount of shares does not. So for level 1, it's 0.025. On level 2, it's 0.05. For level 3, it's 0.1. For level 4, it's 0.2. For level 5, it's 0.4. For level 6, it's 0.8. For level 7, it's 1.6. For level 8, it's 3.2. For level 9, it's 6.4. For level 10, it's 12.8. For level 11, it's 25.6. And for level 12, it's 51.2. With the current price of Ethereum wavering around $200 a share, then 51.2 shares is wavering around $10,000. Perhaps you could use a little bit of that kind of cash in your pocket. I know I could. So let me do it for you. To sum up, the most important part of the presentation, I'll explain it like this. Once you enroll somebody, you get paid immediately. And this brings me back to the 4 points I made earlier. 1, we have the opportunity to create wealth for ourselves and our families instantly. 2, we have the opportunity to secure a stable future for our children and or parents. Number 3, we have the opportunity to stimulate the economy in the midst of this pandemic. 4, we have the opportunity to help individuals and families obtain true wealth they can pass on to future generations. Now let me talk about them a little bit more in depth. Number 1, we have the opportunity to create wealth for ourselves rather rapidly, today even. I think I explained this one pretty good. Once you enroll your first person, you've earned commission. How you choose to use that commission is really the question. I suggest holding on to it to open up additional levels. The next point answers another question. My question number eight is, how can my family benefit from the company, especially my son? If something happens to me, is the money I earn after all the hard work I put in transferable to him? Some people don't think about that when they go into business. They just see dollar signs. Not me. There is always some sort of an exchange in order to earn your desired income. Find out what it is. Another exchange to consider is, what kind of time will this take away from my son or from your family? My second point then answers that question. We have the opportunity to secure a stable future for children and our parents. We can enroll our children and or our parents and then enroll others under them, creating an independent income stream for each one of them. So my plan is to enroll Wisdom first and then enroll myself under him. The money I earn under him will mostly remain untouched, while the money I earn under me will be used to build the businesses we were meant to create. Eventually, I will set up a trust fund for him with some of the funds that are being earned to protect him and also invest in the business. Anything I earn is mine. I can put it into my will that it be transferred wherever I want it to go. That's exciting and empowering. The time investment, I think, is significantly minimized simply because I just need to find people who want to earn money. I'll pay for them to get started and do the work to help them. Wisdom will be starting school soon, so this will work. Excuse me. So this can work as full-time employment if I wanted to, but if I don't, I can still make a good part-time income out of it. I can make part-time employment out of it and make more than full-time income. Something to note is if you have a not-for-profit organization, you can enroll the organization. I suggest enrolling the organization first, then enrolling under it so it can earn an income from the work that's being done. Now, point number 3, we have the opportunity to stimulate the economy in the midst the excuse me. We have the opportunity to stimulate the economy all in the midst of this pandemic. When everything shut down, it stalled the economy. The stock market fell dramatically and has been slow in recovering. When people started buying stock in mass, earning money, paying bills, when people start buying into a stock in mass, earning money, paying bills, and start spending money again, people will be put to work in new and innovative ways. We stimulate the economy in doing all this. Spending money is key. We can help others by enrolling them so they can generate an income to spend. They can earn enough to spend on what they need and want. Number 4, we have the opportunity to help individuals and families obtain true wealth they can pass on to future generations. Handled correctly, the funds can be held as stock or taken and invested in other opportunities. Yeah. Seeking the advice of a financial advisor to diversify your portfolio with the money you're earning is strongly advised. This way, some can be held in reserve, such as a trust account, to protect it and help your funds mature. What I sense will happen as more people get involved is the potential for Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin and go from $200 plus a share, $200 plus a share to thousands more like Bitcoin did 10 or so years ago. If you buy in now at 0.05 of a 200 plus dollar share, but build up a reserve of 300 to 400 shares, when Ethereum explodes as I expect it to, you could go from owning $45,000 to $60,000 worth of stock to owning $3 to $4 million worth of stock if it skyrockets to $10,000 a share, or more like Bitcoin did. I'm naming it and claiming it, so call it done. Whew. I've covered all the main questions I want answered of any network marketing company I feel is worth taking my time to investigate. Having those questions answered is crucial before I make any decision. This business captured my attention after all the answers came in. Does it capture yours? We, working together, can use this business to help change the world in a truly significant way. Now I realize my limitations, and it's very possible I confused you. There is also that other income stream I was telling you about. So this is where I'd like you to take some responsibility and investigate on your own. There is a Forsage presenter by the name of Mark Hamlin who hosts a YouTube channel called The Never Broke Again Club. Go watch 1 or 2 of his videos. He is a Black man. That is so exciting to me. I was introduced to this opportunity by a Black man. That is even more exciting to me. Now, as a Black woman, I'm taking it a step further to see it go even deeper into the Black community. If you're interested in enrolling, please send me your contact information so we can talk. I'm creating a list of people so I can have a plan of action. I'm working smart, not hard. I'll need to let you know who you're enrolling under if you're not one of the 2 enrolling directly under me. Let me work this for you so we can achieve together. Because one last thing I believe is, as Thoreau once said, when one advances confidently in the direction of their dreams and endeavors to live the life which they have imagined, they will meet with success unexpected in common hours. So let's do it. The time is right for something like this with so many people struggling financially. In my mind, the challenge will be to introduce as many people as possible to this program over the next 4 to 6 weeks before the price of Ethereum goes up, making the entrance fee more expensive than it is now. The way I intend to make this a successful endeavor for all those who join me is to help as many people as I can enroll deep versus wide. I see this opportunity affecting the individuals, families, and community this reaches in a way that will drastically change lives. Will you be one among them? I look forward to hearing from you if that is my blessing. If not, Thank you for listening and being a part of my journey. There's more videos coming. At this point, one thing I'm certain of is the best is yet to come. As a colleague of mine named Cynthia Roberts declared, 2020, get ready for your overflow. It's been a crazy year. 2020 has not started out as many of us had intended, but that's okay. It is a-okay. The year is not over yet. Half of it hasn't even passed yet. So 2020, get ready for your overflow. I know I'm ready. How about you? If you are, then get in touch with me because we'll make it happen together. Create today because it's amazing, and may your choices make it the best day ever. Peace, love, and God's continued blessings from Wisdom and I. We love you guys, and we really appreciate you being here on this journey with us. The end. We managed to get through that one, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.